This week on TNA Xplosion, Gia Miller goes around the ring with Chris Bay of the ABC. The Don West, you've got to be kidding me, top 5 trending topics of the week. In case you missed it. And our main event, we'll see singles action as John Skyler is back for more. He goes one-on-one with Mike Santana. But first, it's Knockouts tag team action as Gia Brookside teams up with NXT's Brinley Reece for the first time ever against NXT's Kendal and Carlee Bright.
Grace, aka Miss NXT, aka the Lizzo, and aka the most beautiful and charitable woman this planet has ever seen. Thank you. I know. But I'm here to grace you with the presence of 2 of my very best friends. Introducing Carlee Bright and Kendal Ray.
The most charitable person on the planet?
Yeah, and the most beautiful woman. I mean, I am here, but...
It's kind of you to say, Gia. I'm Tom Hannafin, she's me and Gia Miller. Welcome to TNA Xplosion on the eve of Bound for Glory. How excited are you, Gia?
Man, I almost can't even contain the excitement. It is the biggest night of the year in TNA and arguably in all of pro wrestling, in my opinion, because it's going to be incredible. BFG in Detroit. I mean, I can't even sit still.
Calm yourself. Calm down.
Okay.
Tomorrow night, we're going to be live on pay-per-view in TNA Plus in Detroit, Michigan for Bound for Glory with a triple main event on top of that.
Man, I mean, unlike anything else is BFG every year, and I know this year's going to be no different.
And their opponent, who I honestly wish they didn't have to fight because she's also one of my best friends. But I guess sometimes best friends fight. I'm so brave. She brings the Brinergy, Brinley Reece.
Well, that took an odd emotional turn there. So, Gia, I have to ask you something. Brinley Reece is a big fan of the 90s, as you can see.
Yes, she is. She's all about that positive Brinergy. And you know what? Hey, they say everything comes back around, and right now, the 90s are it.
She was born in the year 2000, Gia.
Oh.
Wow. I had the same thought.
I at least made the millennia. I made 98.
So Brinley Reece showed off this power and athleticism recently on TNA Impact against Ash by Elegance. And Brinley Reece is set to team up for the first time ever with Gia Brookside. The 2 are going to be partners tomorrow night on the countdown to Bound for Glory. More on that still to come. So tomorrow night on the countdown to Bound for Glory, live and free across TNA social and digital media platforms as well as TNA Plus. It'll be the team of Gia Brookside and Brinley Reece from NXT against Ash and Heather by Elegance.
Yeah, and we know that Gia Brookside has quite the history with Ash by Elegance. And when we saw that post-match attack with the whole lipstick debacle, I mean, Gia Brookside, she had to step in. She had to stand up for what was right. And you know what? That is why I love having her in the Knockouts division. And she's always welcoming of all of these new girls that we see in and out of our locker room. And this is a great example. And I know these 2 have gotten pretty close since then.
Well, I'm glad that you can be unbiased here in this matchup. That's important. So this is Brinley Reece to start things off against Carlee Bright from NXT. A lot of NXT representation in this tag team matchup. But this is really, really critical for Brinley Reece and Gia Brookside because they've got to gel in 24 hours.
Oh, yes, they do.
In your conversations with Reece and Brookside, what have you learned? Do you feel like they're on the right track?
Honestly, I think they're on a fast track. They already seem like really good partners. I'm honestly feeling really confident for them, but this is going to be a pivotal moment. Can they get the momentum? Can they work together? And then can they carry it over tomorrow to the countdown for Bound for Glory?
What did you think about the makeover of the once known Heather Reckless, now Heather by Elegance?
Well, you know, I always think it's a great idea to change up your look, keep things fresh, keep things interesting, but, you know...
Oh, cover here by Bright, and a kick out by Reece.
When it's at the expense of just losing your identity, whoa, impressive.
Oh, one of the shoulders, hold on, shoulders down, and a kick out by Brinley Reece.
You know, when it's losing your identity, I don't know if it's the best move.
Off of the ropes, now Bright, go for the crossbody, caught by Reece. Reece very, very powerful inside the ring, and a tag made by Gia Brookside. Understand Gia Brookside got a chance to explore Broadway here in Nashville for the first time. She was looking to go line dancing. That's not a terribly big thing here in Tennessee or Nashville. It's more of a Texas thing.
But she's bringing it right now.
Brought that Texas two-step back with her from San Antonio. A kick out by Carlee Bright. She's also a Cowboys fan, which is deplorable, but, you know, explains the garb. Better than being an Oregon Ducks fan. And now Carlee Bright trying to escape Gia Brookside.
Wow, I have to give it to the athleticism, I mean, of all of these women in the ring. Carlee Bright specifically is a former cheerleader and gymnast, and her partner here, Kendal, she was actually the first woman in the state of Nevada to go to the All-State Boys Amateur Wrestling Tournament. She was the only woman to compete.
Incredible.
And she brings that fight, that fire, that tenacity to pro wrestling now, and it's so exciting to see.
Off that drop kick there. And now Kendal Gray. Caught up. The octopus applied here by Brookside. And Brookside get a submission out of Kendal Gray in this tag team match.
Man, you know I can talk about Gia Brookside all day.
Cover and a kick out. Yes, we know.
But
go ahead.
I think that her wrestling speaks for itself.
Cover. Completely agree. Shoulders down and a kick out. Hook for the leg here. And a kick out from Kendal Gray on Gia Brookside. Fireman's carry. Now the control here by Gray.
Yeah, there's that amateur wrestling style. I mean, she is...
Tag.
She might not be the biggest girl around, but she is certainly powerful.
The irony is that I believe every competitor in this matchup in one way or another has been trained by Robbie Brookside.
Wow!
Standing moonsault. Here's the cover and a kick out.
Gosh, all of these, I mean, anyone that comes through the knockouts division just never ceases to amaze me. And these girls, they might be from NXT, but they're fitting in our division quite well.
They've crossed the line into TNA. Here's the cover, hook to the leg, and a kick out. And a reminder that all proceeds from TNA shows right here in Nashville are being donated to Hurricane Helene relief efforts in Spartanburg, South Carolina through the United Way of the Piedmont. You can visit www.uwpiedmont.org/United for all to learn more about how you can help. Kendal Gray whipped opposite side there by Gia Brookside. Brookside needs to get to Reece. Gray in between Brookside. Reece and a tag, and both women thinking about a kick. Both go down hard.
Oh, man, I mean, good thing Gia wasn't wearing her cowboy boots tonight.
And now Carlee Bright wants to tag our referee, Alice Lane, checking on both competitors. Gray trying to get to Bright. Brookside trying to get to Reece. Inches away, and a tag made. Brinley Reece to meet Carlee Bright. I suppose we should thank the liaison between NXT and TNA, Ariana Grace, for facilitating this matchup with so many of her best friends.
Best friends, and I have to point out that both of these women...
Big clothesline. Here's the cover. Oh, and it's broken up.
Both of these women... Ooh!
Oh! Double knees there by Brookside, and now Reece focusing on Carlee Bright. Look at this teamwork here by Gia Brookside and Brinley Reece. Oh, great combination there.
Looks like these two are already starting to work well. It could spell some trouble for Heather and Ash tomorrow night.
Oh, going for the Brooksy bomb. Cover. Great defense by Reece, and they pick up the win.
Here are your winners, Brinley Reece and Gia Brookside. Well, like I said, this could spell trouble for Heather and Ash by Elegance tomorrow night at the Countdown to BFG. These women have got momentum on their side, and they are coming for us.
Still to come, it's singles action as John Skyler of the Good Hands goes one-on-one with Mike Santana before Santana faces Moose tomorrow night at Bound for Glory. But coming up next, TNA Plus presents From the Vault right here on Xplosion. Welcome back to TNA Xplosion, and now TNA Plus presents From the Vault.
Our main event. Josh Alexander now. Christian Cage. Oh! Is this
Cover.
it? Is this it?
Man, both men giving everything they have and a little bit more. And look at the frustration on Christian Cage's face. But is he signaling for the kill switch? Is he ready to engage the kill switch?
See those short rhythmic breaths that Christian is taking?
Yes.
That's experience. Wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute.
Ankle pick, no. No. Oh, did you see that?
Oh boy, look at that. We talked
the
about
back.
Christian's catch wrestling ability. Kicked out the back
Cover.
of the leg. Shoulders are down, shoulders are down. Man, oh man. That was the only counter Josh had.
Short right hand there.
Seen this from Christian Cage before.
He's gonna step up. Pushing both his feet squarely into the shoulders.
And then this.
And that short right hand.
What it does is it puts his opponent into position.
Christian Cage.
No, no. The power.
Roll through.
What
Josh,
is-
what's Josh doing? Oh, knee to the back of the head. Cover.
No.
My
That
goodness.
knee to the back of the head is such a classic move. In the days of guys like Dick Murdoch would just drive that knee. Josh Alexander, Dila.
Look at this pinpoint precision, and that was going to be the 3 count. It took a lot for Christian Cage to kick out of that one.
Back is exposed.
Uh-oh.
Now driver position here, torture rack. What
Torture
is
rack, no, but no. Christian Cage got his leverage ahead of him, got his feet out in front, throwing off the whole momentum, everything. Spinning DDT, tornado.
Jeez.
Cover.
You saw how quick Christian Cage switched from the grip to pushing down the shoulder. Christian Cage is going to have mistake-free wrestling from here on in.
Yeah, because right now, this match is dead even. There's no sports book in the world that would take a line on this right now. They suspended all betting on this, you know? Wow.
Here we go. Christian Cage trying to find his edge and retain the title. Passed by there by Josh Alexander.
Roll up.
Shoulders are down.
Oh, Chaos
no,
Theory!
no.
Chaos Theory!
Now it's
Got him! And right now, both men giving it their all. Look at him fighting to the point of exertion. Oh no!
look at that.
Look at armbar.
Crossface submission hold here. And
But
look at
Chris is fighting. Chris Cage is fighting him.
But that shows us that the shoulder is a target, and it could be a means to an end. Ankle lock is locked in. By attacking the shoulder, Josh Alexander forces Christian to
kick
think
straight to
high
the face.
and then go low.
Uh-oh, sharpshooter.
Christian Cage is in trouble here.
Sharpshooter locked in. Can Cage, he's got two ways. He's got to make it to the rope or power out.
Can't help but think of the last time a great Canadian was in a sharpshooter and all the controversy that ensued. D'Lo, what's going through the challenger's mind?
Right now, he's trying to think to himself, what can I do? What do I got to do next to put this match away?
But he's on the side of his family. He's going to lock eyes with anyone. Everyone has discounted Josh Alexander. There are maybe 2 people in this world, 3 actually, that not only don't discount him, they rely on him, and that's his family. That's what he's doing it for here tonight.
Not just rely, but believe. Believe in, and the word believe is strong. And you can see Josh Alexander believes he is going to win this because he's after competing against Christian Cage and going toe to toe. Christian Cage fighting up top here. This is a dangerous spot to be in. Who can get the advantage first?
That one rocked the champion.
Uh-oh, backdrop. Josh Alexander's going up, moonsault, missed, nobody home.
Overshot it. Is that the mistake?
Spear, cover.
There it is, cover, 2.
That's, oh, wow.
D'Lo, here we are. We talked about having to have mistake-free wrestling.
Yes.
Josh Alexander made a mistake. Christian Cage could not capitalize.
And right here you see, right here, Josh Alexander overshoots of the moonsault, leading right to the spear, and that,
look at this. Look,
man, that is 2 3/4. Kill switch, engage, kill switch, engage. Kill switches, no.
Onto the apron, duck back exposed again. The
That is-
crafty, wily veteran.
That is a whiplash effect. That may not look like a lot, but it jars your spine. Josh Alexander up to the top.
Christian has switched his feet.
Yeah,
That's
you see
the
how
only thing that's
his
saving
feet are
Christian
laced.
Cage.
You see his feet are laced right now. That's what you're right. Oh wait, they're going double top.
Wait.
Oh! Splash! That's it!
Another mistake by Josh Alexander.
Whoa!
D'Lo, 2 mistakes by the challenger, and yet the champ cannot capitalize.
That's called intestinal fortitude. Josh Alexander right now does not want to be denied.
Another mistake, and this is done.
I don't think you can survive the trifecta of mistakes. I don't think you can. But no matter what, Josh Alexander is proving to the world he belongs on this stage right here. Now, kill switch. No.
Record.
Oh. Both men are exhausted. You can see it. Oh. C4. He's got it locked. No. Oh.
Backdrop driver almost there. I don't know who got the worst of that one. Christian's right shoulder into the post.
Ankle lock.
Ankle lock submission here.
And you see
Christian is fighting with only one hand. Christian Cage.
Here we go now.
Can he get it? Can he get it?
No, Christian's arms hurt or something.
And just like that, the ankle lock locked in. Christian Cage has to keep his chest off of the mat.
Okay, rope break here. Rope break. No.
Didn't have full control of the ropes.
Oh.
Josh Alexander holds on.
Counter.
He held on.
Dead center of the ring. If Josh Alexander sits down.
Look what Alexander's doing. And now Christian can't even use his right arm. He can't pull himself up. His arm is given out. That's it. He counts.
Josh Alexander just did it. Josh Alexander just did it.
Your winner, the new Impact World Champion, the walking weapon, Josh Alexander.
And now it's time for the Don West You've Got to Be Kidding Me top 5 trending topics of the week in honor of the late great TNA Hall of Famer, Don West. At number 5, tomorrow night it's TNA's biggest event of the year, Bound for Glory. And tomorrow night live on pay-per-view and TNA Plus in Detroit, Michigan, Spitfire will defend their TNA Knockouts World Tag Team titles against Rosemary and NXT's Wendy Chu. At number 4, it was recently announced via TNAWrestling.com that KC Navarro has officially signed and is a part of the TNA roster. One half of First Class with AJ Francis. KC Navarro has already left his mark on the tag team division. The Blessed One has big things ahead of him in TNA Wrestling. At number 3, tomorrow night in Detroit, Michigan, live on TNA Plus and pay-per-view, can Steve Maclin put Josh Alexander in his place? One of the most bitter rivalries in recent memory here in TNA writes a new chapter at Bound for Glory. At number 2, tomorrow night, the countdown to Bound for Glory will have a special 6:45 p.m. Eastern start time. It'll be live and free across TNA social and digital platforms as well as TNA Plus. As a part of the countdown to Bound for Glory, we will see the 2024 TNA Hall of Fame induction ceremony. The Man-Beast, Rhino, and Bob Ryder take their place in immortality. We will honor 2 of TNA's greatest tomorrow night at Bound for Glory. And at number 1, the world is paying attention to this. Tomorrow night as a part of the triple main event, Nick Nemeth will defend his TNA World Championship against Joe Hendry, and the special guest referee will be Frankie Kazarian, who will walk out as the TNA World Champion at Bound for Glory. Still to come, it's John Skyler going one-on-one with Mike Santana. But coming up next, it's Around the Ring with Gia Miller, starring Chris Bay of the ABC. Welcome back to TNA Xplosion, and now it's time for Around the Ring with me and Gia Miller.
What's up, everybody? This is Around the Ring. I am your host, Gia Miller, and today I'm sitting down with my bae, one half of the ABC, Chris Bay. Chris, thank you for sitting down with me today.
Hello, how are you?
I'm wonderful, and I have to go ahead and this is episode 2 for you, technically.
Oh, right, technically. Yeah.
I did have, they say that like the people closest to you typically are the ones that kind of get the shaft a little bit.
Okay.
And when I first inherited Around the Ring, I kind of didn't really know what I was doing yet.
Okay.
And so, of course, you and Ace Austin were 2 of my first guinea pigs. So it wasn't quite all the way hammered out, our first episode.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd like to apologize for that.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm happy that you came back because this is our redemption arc. This is our redemption episode.
It's okay. We're just gonna pretend like the other one didn't happen.
Yeah, it's just gone. It's off.
Trial and error.
Yeah, trial and error, absolutely. But we did talk about some fun stuff. We talked about your music, which I'm a huge fan of. If you guys aren't listening to Chris Bay's music, you should be.
You should be.
What are we working on anything new? Like, what, give me the lowdown. Give me the
Since
scoop.
we've last spoken on our previous episode that is null and void, I've gone into this. Since July, I started doing this Music Monday thing where every Monday for the rest of the year, I'm releasing a new song.
Wow.
It started with a concept.
That's the
where
grind.
It's a lot. It's a lot. And it started with a concept where I was sitting on a lot of music, and it's overwhelming sometimes when you put out a project to focus on said project and promoting it because you're constantly creating new stuff anyway.
Right.
So I just decided, like, you know what? Let me drop 1 song a week, focus 7 days out of a week on promoting 1 song, and getting that out to as many people as possible, and then get on to the next song.
Yeah.
You know, especially in an era like today where social media moves so fast, you kind of
does.
gotta keep people refreshed with new stuff.
You got to keep moving with it. Yeah, like the turnover is like it might work this week, and then next week they've moved on to something else.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's a really great, like, I don't know if I've ever seen anybody do something like that. That's very innovative. And I mean, of course, you would come up with that. You're an innovative guy.
I'm not gonna lie, I stole it from Russ, so shout out Russ. He's a great artist that I like and I listen to, but he did something similar to it many years ago, and I like the format of it, so I kind of stole it, put my own little vibe on it. Music Monday.
Yeah, absolutely, I love it. So in doing those songs, do you have like a backlog of them, or are you like cranking them out each week? Like, what's the?
There's a bit of a backlog. Like I dropped one maybe a week or two ago that I recorded in 2022. So
Oh,
like,
wow.
Because I have stuff that I'm sitting on for so
Sure.
many years that just doesn't make albums or whatever.
Right.
And then I get to this point where I'm like, well, if I don't drop it now, it'll never come out.
Right.
So that's why this is kind of convenient. So there'll be a song that I recorded years ago that'll drop on a Monday, and then the very next Monday, it'll be a song I recorded 3 weeks ago that, you know.
Wow.
So it's all types of ranges.
And I love that because, like, I mean, just like trends move so quickly. I mean, like, our moods shift, like our lives shift, like, you know, from month to month, week to week.
Yeah.
Whatever you're going through can be super reflective. It can be inspirational for stuff.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, I love that. Man, you never cease to amaze me.
Nah, you're too
Amaze
kind.
me.
Amaze, wow.
Come on now.
Amazing.
Come on now.
It's amazing. I'm the reason. Okay,
Hey, listen, we did karaoke last night, and
I wasn't there.
I know. I
heard there was a thing.
There
and
was
I went the other way.
There was a big main event.
Yeah, there was a bed that I had that was calling my name for some sleep.
And you know what? When you're grinding like Chris Bay, you need your sleep.
You need your sleep.
Yeah,
but when you're a star like you know.
When you run on no sleep like me, you gotta hit some what's up, some 4-9
Gotta give them the notes, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Full performance. That's the thing about karaoke. It's not about singing well.
I ain't mad at you. I'm mad at myself for missing it.
Hey, I got videos for you.
Oh, then we'll watch that.
We'll run it back. Well, okay. Thank you so much for our redemption episode. Thank you so much for sitting down with me, Bay. And we'll have to have you back with some updates. Maybe I think we need to visit the studio.
Hopefully, we have a song together next time.
Listen, you need some female vocals.
I do.
Let's book it.
Let's go to the studio right now.
All right. Guys, this has been Around the Ring. I gotta warm up my pipes.
Yeah, we gotta hit the studio. You guys will see us very soon.
Up next, did you miss anything from Impact? No problem, we'll get you all caught up. It's In Case You Missed It, next on Xplosion. Welcome back to TNA Xplosion, and now it's time for In Case You Missed It. Now trying to line up for a roster cutting punt. The cutter by Chris Bay.
Credit where it's due. That was perfect timing from the ultimate finesser there, and now he's got a clear path to his tag team partner, Ace Austin. Can he get there?
And a tag made. In comes the inevitable one, the 3-time TNA World Tag Team Champion, 3-time X Division Champion. Over the last few years here in TNA, the ABC have proven to be the standard of tag team wrestling. Click, click, boom, there by Austin, and in comes Eddie Edwards.
And since Ace Austin's been tagged in here, the pace has picked up.
Edwards thought he was one step ahead of Austin. Long history between those two. Now Moose goes after Austin. Big kick to the face of the franchise.
Ace Austin fighting on multiple fronts here. Trying to take the whole system on by himself, it seems.
Big spin kick. Here's the cover on Curtis. And Moose breaks it up. Don't forget still to come tonight. The Bound for Glory double world title contract signing. Nemeth and Hendry, Grayson Savovich in the same ring still to come tonight.
Twist of fate from Matt Hardy.
Roster cut by Myers.
This is breaking down here.
And now the TNA World Tag Team title holders focusing on Jeff Hardy. Look out, a little whisper in the wind by the charismatic Enigma.
Look out, JDC's right on the trail there.
He's trying to set up for the Falcon Arrow. Kick right to the midsection. Twist of fate. And now harder to the outside. Flattens Moose. Is it
Look
time
out.
for the 1-2 swing?
There's the one.
The order finesse.
There's the two.
The fold. Cover. The ABC and the Hardys win.
Here are your winners, the Hardys and the ABC.
You gotta give it to them. Opponents at Bound for Glory, they united tonight to get the job done against the system, and that is no easy feat. but there will be no hand-holding come Full Metal Mayhem.
Wait a minute, Oh, now the system attacking the Hardys and the ABC from behind after a hard-fought match.
You know what they say about battles versus wars? It's more important to win the latter.
The system has dominated TNA wrestling for the bulk of 2024. They are out to send a statement in Full Metal Mayhem and Bound for Glory.
And the more punishment they can inflict here. Wait a second. Look at that. That's Mike Santana.
Mike Santana, we talked about it early on in the matchup. Would Mike Santana make his presence felt? He's got the chain in hand.
And he's got his eyes locked on the face of the franchise.
It's Moose and Santana at Bound for Glory. Santana was unafraid to storm into the system's locker room weeks ago with that steel chain and beat the hell out of all 4 members of the system. Oh, and now Alicia Edwards with Kendra the kendo stick.
Wait, don't you think about it, Santana. There you go. Don't you even think about it.
Moose with another blindside sneak attack on Santana. That's the MO of the face of the franchise.
And once again, the system takes control. The ABC, the Hardys, and Mike Santana are learning a hard lesson ahead of Bound for Glory tonight.
And now the system is setting up something barbaric here in the center of the ring.
And not done yet.
Oh, no, not this. Oh, bang into the steel chairs.
Absolutely brutalizing Chris Bay. The destruction, Tom, it will not stop. The question that's been asked 1,000 times in 2024.
Oh, now look at this. The TNA World Tag Team Champions focusing on Jeff Hardy.
Who's gonna stop the system? This right here is a preview of things to come in Full Metal Mayhem.
On TNA's greatest stage, will the system reestablish their dominance?
This is what everyone has to look forward to. Come Bound for Glory.
Up next, it's our Xplosion main event. John Skyler, one-on-one with Mike Santana, 24 hours before Bound for Glory. This match is next on Xplosion. On the eve of Bound for Glory, we welcome you back to Xplosion, and now it's time for our main event.
Santana was gone. Hey, y'all. Step born nasty. The rotten apple don't fall far from the wicked tree. Put the pressure on explosive weed.
The following contest is set for one fall. Introducing first from the Bronx, New York, Mike Santana.
Santana is fired up tonight on Xplosion because tomorrow night, live on pay-per-view on TNA Plus in Detroit, Michigan, Mike Santana gets his hands on the face of the franchise, Moose, and Bound for Glory.
am so excited to see that full metal mayhem.
But for Santana, he's delivered nothing but mayhem to the doorstep of the system for the last few months.
All right, all right. As I look around this building, I notice all you Tennessee peons have a lot in common with Mike Santana. You're all degenerates, you're delinquents, you're scumbags, and you're common street thugs. But after I embarrass Santana, don't worry, because we're going to do a favor for you, Nashville. Because we're going to clean up this city with these good hands.
So, Gia, I need your help. John Skyler consistently says we when talking about anything with the good hands, even if he's in a singles match. And just as we saw last night on TNA Impact, that six-way match with direct implications for the Call Your Shot Gauntlet match tomorrow night in the Countdown to Bound for Glory, where Jason Hotch was in that matchup. John Skyler kept talking about how we will become champions. There's no guarantee Jason Hotch was going to go after the tag team titles if he'd gotten himself into the Call Your Shot Gauntlet. And on top of that, John Skyler discrediting the fact that Hotch could have gone after the X Division Championship had he done it, which is a singles title. Ultimately, I'm confused. And could you help me?
I don't know if I can necessarily help explain all of John Skyler's antics.
That's really what I need help.
I don't think we've got that much time, but I can say it seems like he's just speaking on behalf and assuming that he and his tag team partner have the same goals in mind, but I don't think that that's fair. Jason Hotch is fully allowed to have his own goals in mind.
Completely agree. And now Santana locked and loaded. Great clothesline there on John Skyler. Remember from Mike Santana, this vendetta with the system is a long time coming. It was back in July, the lead up to Slammiversary, those Road to Slammiversary qualifying matches. Moose identified one man he was worried about in that series of matches for coming after his TNA World title, perhaps, at Slammiversary, and it was Santana. Oh, big super kick as Santana avoided catastrophe around the steel post.
Oh, egad. I'll be surprised if John Skyler can knock the cobwebs off after that one.
And that steel post, I mean, it's fitting. It was JDC who smashed Santana into a steel post, and that ultimately cost Santana his qualifying matchup, his TNA World title shot, perhaps in the main event of Slammiversary. And Santana's not forgotten about any of that. He's taken JDC to task multiple times, destroyed JDC in the lead up to Slammiversary, and then, dispatched JDC once again in a Texas death match recently in San Antonio.
I mean, it only makes sense that Moose would be worried about Mike Santana, not just in that scenario, but really in all scenarios.
And now Hotch is up on the apron trying to, I guess, encourage John Skyler, but he's got the attention of the official. And Hotch better be careful. Santana's in no mood. 24 hours before Bound for Glory.
Oh!
That opened the door for Skyler to take advantage. Oh, was trying to attack Santana from behind, much like Moose and the system have done for months.
Yeah, you give disrespect, you get disrespect right back.
Feisty tonight, Gia.
Sorry, I just, Santana brings that out in me.
Taking it personally. Whipped into the corner. Back elbow there by Santana, stunning Skyler. Oh, the slingshot spear through the ropes. Isn't enough. Hooks the leg and a kick out by Santana, who can ill afford a loss just one day before facing Moose at Bound for Glory.
Absolutely, but we know and we've seen Mike Santana take a lot of punishment before and still keep going. I mean, it's honestly unmatched. It's unlike anything I've ever seen.
Mike Santana is a man who wrapped a steel chain around his fist, and then he walked in to the system's locker room. He was outmanned 4 versus 1. He knew he was going to get hurt going in there, and still he left bloodied and battered, but he knew he'd gotten a piece of the system in the process. That's the type of man Santana is.
He's born nasty, and he means it.
Kick out. Now Skyler could put away Mike Santana, perhaps, and score one of the most important wins of his career recently here in TNA Wrestling. Recently tangled with the Octopus Jonathan Gresham here on Xplosion. And he put away a four-time TNA World Tag Team Champion tonight. I'm trying to set up. Trying to set up Santana, perhaps. Trying to get up the 245-pounder. Skyler, was going for a rolling buck 50.
Uh-oh.
Look at the strength of Santana. The OC outlined in chalk. Now sending Skyler into the ropes. The STB. Santana spins the block. Santana is rolling in the Bound for Glory.
Here's your winner, Mike Santana. I hope Moose was watching, because tomorrow night he is going to be face-to-face with a dangerous man.
Take a look back here at the conclusion of this matchup. Santana nearly took Skyler's head off there with the STB to spin the block. Will it be the same story tomorrow night? We'll be live on pay-per-view at TNA Plus, 18 Detroit, Michigan. Santana versus Moose.